The Korean research vessel Morning Calm floated silently through the darkness of space. Captain Dai stood on the bridge, his eyes fixed on the strange object that had appeared on their scanners. "What do you think it is?" asked Hana, the ship's science officer. Captain Dai shook his head. "I don't know, but it's not one of ours." The object was small, about the size of a bus, and it tumbled through space with no clear direction. Its metal skin gleamed oddly in the light of Earth's sun. "It's sending out a signal," said Ta, who worked at the communication station. "Very weak. Could be a distress call." Captain Da thought for a moment. His ship was supposed to be studying the effects of zero gravity on plant growth. This was not part of the mission. But if someone needed help, "Move us closer," he ordered. Carefully. As the Morning Calm approached the alien craft, they could see that it was damaged. Parts of its hull were torn open, showing strange machinery inside. It was definitely not made by human hands. "The signal is getting stronger," Ta said. I think there might be someone alive in there." Captain Da made his decision quickly. "Prepare a rescue team. We're going to help." Min, the ship's doctor, and Quan, the engineer, joined Captain Da as they put on their spacesuits. Together, they crossed the empty space between the ships. "The air inside is breathable," Quan said, checking his instruments. "But it's getting thin. Whoever is in there doesn't have much time." They cut their way through the damaged door of the alien ship. Inside, the lights flickered weakly. Strange writing covered the walls. The rescue team moved carefully through narrow hallways until they reached what looked like a control room. There, slumped in a chair, was a figure. It wasn't human. Its skin was pale blue, and it had 4 arms instead of 2. Its face had large, purple eyes, now closed, and no visible nose. It looked female, somehow, and young. "She's alive," Min said, checking the alien with her medical scanner. "But barely." "Let's get her back to our ship," Captain Dad ordered. They carried the alien girl carefully back to the Morning Calm. The crew had prepared the medical bay, though none of them knew how to treat an alien patient. "Her body temperature is too low," Min said, "and I don't know what's normal for her species." For hours, they worked to keep the alien alive. Captain Da contacted Earth, and soon experts from around the world were sending advice. The alien girl's condition slowly improved. 3 days later, she opened her eyes. She saw humans standing around her bed and screamed. Her voice was high and musical, but filled with terror. She tried to escape, pushing herself against the wall. "It's okay," Min said gently, holding up her hands to show she meant no harm. "You're safe." The alien girl spoke rapidly in a language no one understood. Her 4 hands moved frantically, making strange gestures. Ta worked quickly with the ship's computer, trying to make sense of the alien words. After many attempts, the computer began to translate. "Dangerous, humans, killers," were the first words they understood. "We rescued you," Captain Day said slowly, hoping the computer would translate his words too. "Your ship was damaged. We want to help." The alien girl stared at them with wide purple eyes. Slowly, her fear seemed to lessen as she looked around the medical bay. She saw the equipment they had used to save her life. "You helped me?" she finally asked, the computer translating her musical speech. "Yes," said Min with a smile. "That's what humans do when we find someone in trouble." The alien girl looked confused. She had clearly expected something very different from humans. "My name is Lyra," she said at last, "and everything I was told about humans might be wrong." Captain Daz smiled. It was a start. 1 week after her rescue, Lyra sat in a bright room at the Earth Space Agency base. The walls were white, and large windows showed green trees outside. She was no longer afraid, but still cautious. Jin, a scientist with kind eyes and gentle hands, worked with Lyra every day. He had built a small device that could translate their words better than the ship's computer. "How are you feeling today?" Jin asked, setting down 2 cups of water. "Better," Lyra said. Her blue skin had regained its healthy glow. Your sun is very bright, but I like its warmth. Jin smiled. I'm glad. Can you tell me more about where you come from? Lyra's four hands moved in a pattern that Jin now knew meant she was thinking. I am a Vari, she said. We are part of the Galactic Concord, 12 species who live together in peace. And the Concord knows about humans? Jin asked. Lyra looked down. Yes. Earth is watched from far away. The Concord leaders decided humans are too dangerous to contact. Jin frowned. Dangerous? Why? Your history, Lyra said. So many wars. You hurt each other. And you are. She searched for the right word. Predators. Jin laughed softly. It's true. Our ancestors were hunters, but that was long ago. He showed Lyra pictures on a tablet. Ancient humans with spears. Then farmers, then cities and spaceships. We evolved, Jin explained. Most humans don't hunt anymore. Lyra touched the screen with two of her hands. But you eat meat. Some of us do, Jin admitted. Others eat only plants. We have choices now. Each day, Lyra learned more about humans. She watched videos of Earth's animals, cities, and oceans. She was amazed by the variety. The Avari all live the same way, she explained. We don't have so many differences. One day, Jin brought Lyra to a larger room where Captain Dai and other humans waited. They showed her recordings from the * Morning Calm's * cameras of her damaged ship. Can you tell us what happened? Captain Dai asked gently. Lyra's purple eyes filled with tears. I was a student, learning about star patterns. My teacher and I were in our study ship when we were attacked. Attacked? By whom? Asked Hana, who had joined them from the ship. The Drakor, Lyra whispered, her voice shaking. They are new, not part of the Concord. They attack without warning. My teacher put me in the escape pod, but it was damaged in the fight. The humans exchanged worried looks. Why would these Drakor attack a student ship? Jin asked. Because they can, Lyra said simply. The Drakor are hunters. She paused, looking at the humans nervously, like you were. But they never changed. Jin showed Lyra more videos that day. Humans helping each other after disasters. Doctors saving lives. People protecting endangered animals. Yes, humans evolved from predators, Jin said. But that gave us something important. What? Lyra asked. The drive to protect what matters to us, Jin explained. Predators can be guardians too. That night, as Lyra rested in her room, an alarm suddenly blared. Red lights flashed. Jin rushed in, his face worried. What's happening? Lyra asked, her forearms wrapping around herself in fear. We just received a transmission, Jin said. From space. It's in Avari language. Lyra's eyes widened. My people? They've come for me. Jin shook his head, his expression grim. It's a distress call. From many Avari ships. They're under attack. The Drakor, Lyra whispered. For the first time since her rescue, Lyra saw something new in the human's eyes, something that made her understand what Jin had meant about predators becoming guardians. It was the look of hunters ready to defend. Captain Dai, Jin, and 5 other humans sat around a large table. On a screen at the front of the room, the Avari distress message played again. The alien language had been translated into text that scrolled beneath the panicked voices. Multiple Concord worlds under attack. Avari homeworld defenses failing. The Drakor fleet grows larger. We need help. Lyra stood near the door, her blue skin paler than usual. Her 4 hands moved nervously. How bad is it? Captain Dai asked her. Very bad, Lyra said. The Avari are peaceful. We have ships for science and trade, not war. Most Concord species are the same. What about these Drakor? Asked a woman in a military uniform. Her name tag read Sun. She was small but looked strong, with alert eyes that missed nothing. "They are predators," Lyra explained. "They hunt. They take. They see the Concord as easy prey because we don't fight well." Captain Da looked at Sun. "What do you think?" Sun frowned. "If what Lyra says is true, the Dracor won't stop with the Avari. Predators who find easy prey keep hunting. They could eventually find Earth," Jin added. The room grew quiet as everyone considered this. "Can we help?" Captain Day finally asked Lyra. Lyra's purple eyes widened. "You would help us, but the Concord forbids contact with humans. They think you are dangerous." Sun smiled slightly. "Sometimes dangerous is exactly what you need." Captain Dai stood up. "The Morning Calm is a research vessel, not a warship, but we have room for supplies and a small team. If your people are willing to accept our help." "I don't know if they will," Lyra admitted, "but they are dying. They have no choice." For 3 days they prepared. The Morning Calm was loaded with medical supplies, food, and equipment. Captain Dai selected his crew carefully. Jin would go to help with communication. Sun would advise on defense and strategy. Min would provide medical care. Quan would handle the ship's engines and repairs. Earth's governments debated the mission in secret meetings. Some leaders feared making contact with the Concord. Others worried about getting involved in an alien war. But in the end, they agreed. The humans would go, but quietly. A small team, not an official Earth mission. "We need to be clear about this," Captain Day told his crew on the final day. "We're going to help the Avari survive, not to fight the Dracor. We're not starting an interstellar war." "But if the Dracor attack us?" Sun asked. Captain Da looked at her steadily. "Then we defend ourselves." On the morning of departure, Lyra stood on the bridge of the Morning Calm. She watched as the humans checked systems and prepared for launch. "I still don't understand," she said to Jin. "Why are you helping us? The Concord has never helped Earth." Jin thought for a moment. "There's an old Earth story about a traveler who was attacked on the road. Many people pass by and don't help. Then a stranger stops and saves him, even though their peoples are enemies." "And the moral?" Lyra asked. "That we help not because of who you are, but because of who we are," Jin said. The ship's engines hummed to life. Earth grew smaller below them. "I hope you're right about humans," Lyra said quietly. "The Avari don't know how to fight predators." Sun, who was standing nearby, smiled. Her eyes were sharp and focused, like a hunter's. "Luckily," she said, "we do." As the Morning Calm accelerated toward the stars, Captain Da gave the order to engage the experimental faster-than-light drive. The ship shuddered, then shot forward into the darkness, carrying humanity's first official mission to the stars. A mission of peace, led by predators. The Morning Calm moved through space faster than any human ship had ever traveled before. Stars streaked past like lines of light. Inside, the crew adjusted to the strange feeling of faster-than-light travel. "How much longer?" Captain Dai asked Lyra, who stood looking at the ship's star maps. 2 more days, she said. "We are heading to the edge of Concord space. My people have a small outpost there." Jin worked with Lyra to learn more about the Concord species. There were 12 in all. Most, like the Avari, had evolved from plant eaters or small omnivores. None had the predatory past of humans. "That's why the Dracor are winning," Lyra explained. "The Concord species never needed to fight. We don't understand how predators think." Sun spent her time training the crew. Though they were scientists, not soldiers, she taught them basic defense skills. How to move as a team, how to protect each other. "We don't know what we'll find out there," she told them, "but we'll be ready." On the second day, the ship's sensors detected something ahead. "It's a ship," Quan said, looking at the screen. "Damage. Drifting." Captain Day ordered the Morning Calm to approach slowly. The alien ship was larger than theirs, with strange curved wings. Parts of it were blackened and broken. "It's a very," Lyra said, her voice shaking. "A transport ship. Any life signs?" Captain Day asked. Min checked the scanners. "Yes, several. Weak, but there." They docked with the damaged ship. Captain Da, Min, Sun, and Jin put on spacesuits and went aboard with Lyra. Inside, they found 20 Avari huddled in a sealed section. The rest of the ship was open to space, destroyed by weapons fire. When the Avari saw humans, they reacted with fear. They backed away, their forearms raised defensively. But when Lyra spoke to them in their musical language, they calmed down. "They were attacked 5 days ago," Lyra translated. "The Drakor destroyed their engines and left them to die slowly as their air ran out." "Why not just destroy the ship completely?" Sun asked. "Terror," Lyra said simply. "The Drakor want others to find these ships, to spread fear." The humans helped the Avari onto the Morning Calm. Min treated their injuries while Jin and Lyra tried to make them comfortable. One Avari, older than the others, watched the humans with suspicion. He spoke sharply to Lyra. "Tech is a ship leader," Lyra explained to Jin. "He says bringing humans to Concord space is dangerous, more dangerous than the Drakor." Jin looked at the injured Avari around them. "Does he think we would do this to his people?" "He doesn't know what to think," Lyra said. "Humans are unknown. The Drakor, at least, are a known danger." As the Morning Calm continued its journey, they found 2 more damaged ships. They rescued the survivors and learned more about the Drakor attacks. Concord worlds were falling one by one. The peaceful species had no defense against the aggressive hunters. The rescued Avari kept their distance from the humans at first, but as they watched the crew work together to help them, their fear began to fade. On the night before they would reach the outpost, Sun gathered the crew for one last training session. She showed them how to move silently, how to watch for danger, how to think like hunters. Lyra watched from the doorway, her purple eyes wide. "You're teaching them to be predators," she said. Sun shook her head. "No, I'm reminding them that they already are." The Morning Calm dropped out of faster-than-light travel near a small rocky moon. Hidden in its shadow was the Avari outpost. As they approached, Captain Da wondered what kind of welcome they would receive. Humans, the predators that even the Drakor didn't know about yet, had arrived in Concord space. The Avari outpost was built inside a large asteroid. As the Morning Calm approached, a hidden door slid open in the rock. Captain Da guided the ship inside a dimly lit hangar where several Avari ships rested. When they stepped off their ship, 50 Avari were waiting. Most looked scared. Some held simple tools like they might be weapons. 3 older Avari stepped forward, their blue skin wrinkled with age. "The elders," Lyra whispered to Captain Da. "Our leaders." The oldest elder spoke, his voice sharp and angry. Lyra translated. "He asks why you have brought dangerous humans to our last safe place. He says you have put everyone at risk." Captain Da stepped forward. "We come in peace. We have rescued your people and brought supplies. We want to help fight the Drakor." When Lyra translated, the elders talked quickly among themselves. The rescued Avari from the damaged ships moved forward and joined the conversation. They pointed at Min, who had healed their wounds, and at the human crew. Finally, the oldest elder spoke again. "You may stay," Lyra translated, "but your weapons remain on your ship, and you must leave when supplies are unloaded." Captain Da nodded. "Thank you for your welcome. We understand your caution." The humans were given a small room to use. It had soft blue lights and strange curved furniture. They sat together while Lyra went to speak with her people. "They're terrified," Sun said. "Not just of us, of everything." Jin nodded. "Fear makes it hard to think clearly, hard to fight back." "The Avari need confidence," Captain Da said. "They need to believe they can stand against the Drakor." Later that day, Lyra returned with another Avari. This one was taller, with marks on his skin that looked like writing. "This is Ven," Lyra said. "He is a scientist. He wants to talk to Jin." Ven spoke in broken human language. "You help fight Drakor." Jin smiled. "Yes, we want to help." Ven led Jin to a room filled with Avari technology. Star maps showed the Drakor's advance through Concord space. Hundreds of worlds had fallen. Millions of peaceful beings now lived under Drakor control. "We no fighters," Ven said sadly. "We pray." As Jin and Ven worked together, other Avari began to watch. They were curious about the humans. Some even approached Captain Dai and Sun with questions. "How you fight?" One young Avari asked Sun. "With our minds first," Sun explained. "Know your enemy. Know yourself. Find their weakness." 3 days passed. The humans unloaded their supplies but did not leave. The elders allowed them to stay one more day, again and again. Slowly, the Avari's fear of humans lessened. Then the alarms sounded. "Drakor ship!" Ven shouted, running into the common area where humans and Avari were eating together. "Coming here." The elders rushed in, talking rapidly. Everyone panicked. The Avari had no weapons, no defenses except hiding. "It's a scout ship," Sun said, looking at the scanner images. "Small crew. They're searching. If they find this place, they'll call others," Lyra said, her voice shaking. Captain Dai stood up. "We won't let that happen." The elders argued loudly. They wanted everyone to hide deeper in the asteroid and pray the Drakor would leave. Sun shook her head. "That's prey thinking, hoping the predator won't see you." "What's your plan?" Captain Dai asked her. Sun smiled. "We hunt the hunters." The elders were horrified when the humans explained their plan. But when the Drakor ship moved closer, they had no better ideas. The morning calm slipped out of the asteroid when the Drakor ship was on the far side. Captain Da, Sun, and Quan were aboard, ready to fight. Lyra watched on the screens with the other Avari. They saw the human ship attack swiftly and without warning. The Drakor never sent a distress call. When it was over, Lyra turned to the stunned elders. "Humans are predators, not prey," she exclaimed. "And they're on our side." Lyra's words changed everything. "Humans are predators, not prey," became a phrase the Avari repeated among themselves. After the humans destroyed the Drakor scout ship, the elders could no longer ignore them. "We will listen to your ideas," the oldest elder told Captain Da the next day, "but we do not promise to follow them." Sun set up a training area in a large empty room. She began teaching basic fighting moves to young Avari who volunteered. They were clumsy at first. Their 4 arms got in each other's way. They had never hit anything before. "Don't think of it as violence," Sun told them. "Think of it as protection. You're not learning to hurt. You're learning to defend." Meanwhile, Jin and Ven worked on Avari technology. The Avari had advanced science, but had never used it for weapons. "Your scanners are better than ours," Jin said, examining an Avari device. "But you only use them to study stars and planets. Why look for enemies when we had none?" Ven asked. "Until the Drakor came, the Concord was at peace for 1,000 years." Jin nodded. "Now we can adjust these scanners to track Drakor ships from farther away, to give more warning." Captain Da met with the elders daily. He learned that 3 more Avari outposts existed in secret locations. Together, they made a plan to contact them. "We need to unite," Captain Da explained. "Separate, we are weak. Together, we can help each other." 1 week after the humans arrived, they captured a Drakor soldier. The morning calm found a small Drakor ship and disabled it instead of destroying it. They brought the pilot back to the outpost. The Drakor was tall and strong, with scale-like skin and sharp teeth. It looked at the Avari with contempt. But when it saw the humans, its eyes showed something new: confusion. It doesn't know what you are, Lara told Captain Dye as they watched the Dracor in its cell. Humans aren't in any Concord or Dracor database. Sun questioned the prisoner while Lyra translated. They learned important things. The Dracor had attacked the Concord because they saw them as easy targets. Prey species without the will to fight back. Ask why they leave damaged ships behind, Sun said to Lyra. The Dracor answered with a cruel smile. To teach prey their place. That night, Captain Day called everyone together. Humans and Avari gathered in the largest room of the outpost. The Dracor think like hunters because that's what they are, he explained. But they make a mistake. They think only hunters can fight. We're not hunters, an Avari said. We can't win. No, Captain Da agreed. You're not hunters, but you can learn to think like them, to understand their weaknesses. He showed a map of Dracor attack patterns. Look here, they always attack the weakest targets first. They avoid risk. That's not bravery. That's a predator looking for easy kills. What can we do? An elder asked. Sun stepped forward. We make them afraid. Predators only hunt when they feel safe. When the hunt becomes dangerous, they retreat. The humans outlined their plan. Small teams would attack Dracor supply ships. Quick hits, then disappear. Never fight directly. Make the Dracor waste resources looking for enemies they couldn't find. We call this guerrilla warfare on Earth, Sun explained. It's how smaller forces defeat larger ones. Ven had been working with Jin on Avari ships. We can make our ships faster, less visible to Dracor scanners. And we can use their hunting instincts against them, Jin added. Bait traps for them. Captain Da looked around the room. The Avari no longer seemed afraid of the humans. Now they listened eagerly. It won't be easy, he said. But together, we can show the Dracor that hunting us was a mistake. Lyra stood beside him, her forehand steady now. The hunt has changed, she said. The prey are learning to bite back. 1 month after the humans arrived, the first attack team was ready. 3 small Avari ships had been modified with Jin and Ven's improvements. They were faster now and harder to detect. Each ship carried 2 humans and 4 Avari. Captain Dye stood in the hangar as the teams prepared to leave. Remember the plan, he said. Hit the supply ships only. Disable their engines and communications. Then leave quickly. Don't try to fight their warships yet. Sun led the first team. She had trained her Avari crew well. They moved with new confidence, their 4 arms no longer clumsy. We are ready, said Mick, a young Avari who had become Sun's best student. The 3 ships slipped out of the asteroid base and disappeared into space. Those who remained behind waited anxiously. Lyra stayed near the communication station, her purple eyes fixed on the screen. They'll be fine, Jin told her. Sun knows what she's doing. 12 hours passed. Then a message came through. Mission successful, Sun's voice reported. 2 Dracor supply ships disabled. All teams returning safely. When the attack ships returned, everyone celebrated. The Avari cheered as Sun and her teams stepped off their ships. They brought back Dracor technology and supplies they had captured. The Dracor didn't expect us, Sun told Captain Da. They had no guards on their supply ships. They thought they were safe. Ven examined the Dracor equipment. Their technology is not better than ours, he said. They just use it differently. Over the next weeks, more attacks followed. The human Avari teams grew bolder. They hit Dracor ships across a wide area of space. They never stayed to fight. They struck quickly and disappeared. The Dracor began to react. They sent warships to protect their supply lines. They changed their routes. But the humans had taught the Avari to think like hunters, to watch, to wait, to choose the right moment to strike. News of the successful attacks spread to other hidden Avari outposts. More volunteers arrived, eager to learn from the humans. Even other Concord species sent representatives to see what was happening. A tall plant-like being named Kelth arrived from the Frondel species. She was amazed by what she saw. The Avari are fighting, she asked Jin. We heard rumors, but did not believe. They're learning to defend themselves, Jin explained. Not to be like the Drakor, but to protect what matters to them. One day, a large ship arrived at the asteroid base. It carried members of the Concord Council, the leaders of all 12 species. They had come to see for themselves what was happening. The council members watched as Sun trained Avari fighters. They saw Jin and Ven working together on technology. They listened as Captain Dide explained their strategies. Impossible, said the Trill council member, his thin body trembling with emotion. Prey species cannot fight predators. We don't need to become predators, Lyra told them. We just need to understand how they think. The humans taught us that. The council was still discussing what to do when the alarm sounded. A large Drakor fleet had been detected heading toward a nearby Avari colony. They're bringing more ships, Sun said, looking at the scanner. They're tired of our attacks. Now they want to crush us. Captain Dai smiled. They're doing exactly what we hoped. They're angry. When predators get angry, they make mistakes. He showed the council the trap they had prepared. 3 Avari outposts had been evacuated but left looking occupied. When the Drakor fleet attacked, they would find nothing but automated signals and empty buildings. Meanwhile, the real Avari forces would strike at the Drakor homeworld's outer defenses. You would attack their home? The council asked, shocked. Not to destroy, Captain Dad explained. To show them they are not safe. That the hunt goes both ways now. The council members looked at each other. For the first time in 1,000 years, the Concord was fighting back. And the predators were becoming the prey. The Drakor fleet attacked the empty Avari outposts with full force. They fired powerful weapons at abandoned buildings. They sent soldiers into empty rooms. They found nothing but shadows and echoes. Meanwhile, Captain Da led 6 ships toward the Drakor homeworld. The asterisk Morning Calm asterisk flew in front, with 5 Avari vessels behind it. Each carried a mixed crew of humans and Avari. They'd left their home poorly defended, Sun said, looking at the scanner images. They sent too many ships to attack our decoys. Predator overconfidence, Captain Daz said with a smile. Just as we expected. The small fleet approached the outer defense stations around the Drakor homeworld. These stations were large metal rings floating in space. They held powerful weapons and communication equipment. Remember, Captain Dai told all crews, we're not here to destroy their world. Just to show them we can reach it. Disable the defense stations only. The attack began. The human Avari ships moved quickly between the defense stations. The Drakor defenders were confused. They had never seen Avari ships attack before. And they had never seen humans at all. On the asterisk Morning Calm asterisk, Jin and Lyra worked together at the communication station. They broadcast a message to all Drakor frequencies. Attention Drakor forces, the message said. The Concord is no longer your prey. Leave our worlds or face the consequences. The Drakor responded with heavy fire. 1 Avari ship was hit and damaged. Captain Dide ordered Quan to help them repair their engines while the battle continued. Sun led a small team onto one of the defense stations. They wore space suits and carried simple weapons. With them was Mick and 3 other Avari who had trained under Sun. Move quietly, Sun told them as they entered the station. Remember your training. Inside, they found Drakor soldiers rushing to battle stations. The Drakor were bigger and stronger than humans or Avari. But Sun's team was faster and smarter. They moved through the station like shadows, disabling equipment and avoiding direct fights when possible. Sun reached the main control room. 5 Drakor turned to face her, their teeth bared in anger. Behind her, Mick and the other Avari looked nervous but held their ground. We don't need to fight, Sun told the Drakor through her translator. Stand down. The largest Drakor laughed. Prey does not command predators. Sun smiled. We're not prey. What happened next shocked the Avari. Sun moved with the speed and precision of a true predator. She didn't fight with anger or cruelty like the Drakor. She fought with calm skill. In moments, the Dracor leader was on the ground, Sun's boot on his chest. "Humans are predators too," she said. "But we learned to be more than that. To protect, not just to hunt." Back on the ships, the battle was turning in their favor. 3 defense stations had been disabled. The Dracor commanders were calling for reinforcements, but their main fleet was still far away, attacking empty outposts. On the Morning Calm's Bridge, Captain Day received a message from the Concord Council. "Other Concord species are rising up," Lyra translated excitedly. "They're following our example, fighting back against Dracor ships." A large Dracor warship appeared, moving to attack the Morning Calm *. But 2 Avari ships quickly moved to protect it. They fought with new confidence and skill. "We've done what we came to do," Captain Daz said. "Let's go home." As their ships turned away from the Dracor homeworld, Lyra looked at the humans around her. She understood now why they were different from the Dracor. Both were predator species, but humans had learned to use their strength to defend, not just to attack. The first true battle between humanity and an alien species was over, and humanity had shown the stars what kind of predators they were. 2 months after the attack on the Dracor defense stations, representatives from all 12 Concord species gathered at the main Avari outpost. The asteroid base had grown larger. New rooms had been built. Ships came and went regularly. Captain Da, Jin, Sun, and the other humans stood before the Concord Council. The oldest Avari elder spoke first. "For 1,000 years, the Concord has watched Earth from afar. We saw your wars, your weapons, your predator history. We feared you. We stayed away." The elder paused, his 4 hands moving in a gesture of respect. "We were wrong," he said. "We saw only part of your nature. We did not understand that predators could become protectors." The Trill Council member stepped forward. "The Dracor have pulled back from many Concord worlds. They did not expect resistance. They did not expect prey to fight back. And they certainly didn't expect humans," Sun added with a smile. Lyra stood with the humans. She wore a new uniform, a mixture of Avari and human designs. Many young Avari now dressed this way, proud of the alliance they had formed. "The Dracor are still dangerous," Captain Dodd warned. "They have retreated, not surrendered. They will think of new strategies, new ways to attack. But we will be ready," Mick said confidently. He and the other Avari son had trained now led their own teams. "We know how to think like predators now, while remaining true to ourselves." The council members talked among themselves. Then the oldest member, a slow-moving being from a species called the Troth, spoke. "We must decide about Earth," the Troth said. "For centuries, the Concord law has forbidden contact with humans. Today we must vote on changing this law." One by one, the council members voted. All 12 species agreed. Earth would be officially invited to join the Galactic Concord. "This is a historic moment," Jin said to Lyra. "Our worlds coming together." "There will be challenges," Lyra replied. "Many Concord species will still fear humans. It will take time to build trust." After the vote, Captain Dai addressed the council. The humans had discussed this moment many times during their journey home from the Dracor world. "We are honored by your invitation," Captain Dai said, "but we suggest a different arrangement. Not membership, but alliance. Let Earth and the Concord be separate but equal partners." The council members looked confused. Lyra translated their questions. "They don't understand," she explained. "Why wouldn't you want to join us?" "Because Earth is still young," Captain Day explained. "We have much to learn. And the Concord has much to learn from us. As equals, we can help each other grow." Jin stepped forward. "On Earth, we have a saying, 'Good fences make good neighbors.' We can be friends without living in the same house." Slowly, the council began to understand. They talked again and finally agreed. Earth and the Concord would form an alliance, but remain independent. As the meeting ended, Ven approached Jin with exciting news. The HFY scientists have been working on improving faster-than-light travel using ideas from both human and HFY science. We can reach Earth in just 3 days now, Ven said proudly. And soon, even faster. That night, as celebrations began among humans and Concord species, Jin found Lyra standing alone, looking at the stars through a viewing window. "What are you thinking about?" Jin asked. "How strange life is," Lyra replied. "When we first met, I feared humans because you were predators. Now I trust humans for the same reason." Jin smiled. "Being a predator shaped us, but it doesn't define us. We learn to use those instincts to protect what matters." "Like the Concord," Lyra said. "And each other," Jin added. Together, they watched the stars. The same stars that had once separated their worlds, but now connected them. A predator species and a prey species standing side by side as equals, ready to face whatever the galaxy might bring next.